think just in terms of things you'd like to reinforce to those people who are watching, I'd like to know a bit more about what they need to do next. Why, if they're teetering on the edge about this once in a lifetime opportunity, whether or not they should take it up. Gary, what might you have to say to those people?
I suppose looking back on my own career, I had those decision points as well in doing advanced study, and I've never regretted it. I mean, I think you get a fantastic payoff. It doesn't all happen in the following year or in the first 6 months, but you can see that it already is happening, and it accumulates over time. So I think for people who are wondering, whether I should do it or not, you'll be thinking about the short-term imperatives, that other project that you could have worked on, etc., etc. My advice would be, do it. You'll never regret it. You'll find time to do those other things, and indeed, if you do it, you'll get better things to do in time.
Fantastic. Sally?
Look, I'd agree. I couldn't agree more. In fact, I could say a bunch of things about how my cohort's gone on to be promoted, and they have. They've perhaps gone on to move sideways to jobs they've always wanted, and they have. And some people have sort of had epiphanies, a bit like myself, about where they'd like to specialise. So they've done particular subjects or tackled particular case studies or issues within the courses that's really sort of tipped their career, even in the short term, in a particular direction. I think the things I'm a bit of a nerd, so I've always studied hard, but I think the thing for me is the translation of my personal skills and knowledge that I've learned through ANZSOG to my department, basically, and that's reflected in individual pieces of work and projects I've worked on, and it's also in terms of being more efficient and organised and all those sort of slightly intangible things you learn through balancing work, life, and I have a young family as well. So some of those less obvious things that don't come directly from reading a textbook have flowed through to my work and the way I work and the way I think about work.
Michael, any reinforcing points you'd like to make?
Yeah, just that people who are watching the webinar have probably already decided that they want to do some sort of postgraduate work, and so the question is, why do it with ANZSOG rather than doing it within a traditional university setting? And I think a lot of the points we've made today reinforce a number of points that I want to make now, and that is that you are going to be taking subjects that have been designed very much in consultation with the member governments. We're really seriously committed to adding value to you in ways that you can take tools and concepts and techniques that we've introduced to you in the classroom straight back into the workplace on the Monday morning after you've been at one of our intensives, and of course being part of the alumni and doing things in an interjurisdictional way here in Australia and in New Zealand. These are all things that really are going to be incredibly supportive for you as you think about going ahead as a public sector leader, and I really don't think that you could get anything as near as good as that anywhere else.